we're a pretty quick basketball team, and that's our type of tempo game. We want to speed up the game and push it down the floor.
For the viewers who haven't seen your team play yet, tell them about the key players on your squad.
Well, we feel like we got actually 7 kids that can play, but the Silas kid can put the basketball in the hole. We got Luster that's averaging double figures. Timmy Goodwin is our board man, but he also averages double figures. And John L. Marks, he averages double figures also, and I think he's one of the quickest guards in the area. The Ludeman kid, he's kind of our floor general, and well, you know, everybody seems to be filling the role.
Well, congratulations on getting here. Good luck to you.
Okay, Frank, thank you very much.
Ken McBride of Cahokia now stepping in to join me from Mount Carmel. This is Ed McQuillan. Ed, how's your team? All set?
Well, Frank, we think they are. We watched Cahokia play last night. They're an awful good team. They really get up and down the floor, but our team's playing good right now, and our job will be to stop them, stop their running game, and get the ball to McCants, and we think we're ready to play.
Do you want to slow the tempo of this game down?
I think a little bit. We'll fast break when we get the opportunity. We always do that, but yeah, we don't want to get in a running match with them and play wide out all over the place. That wouldn't be sound. That'd take the ball out of McCants' hands. We don't want to do that.
Okay, well, congratulations on getting this far. Good luck in the semifinal.
Thanks very much, Frank.
That's Ed McQuillan, the head basketball coach at Mount Carmel. And now let's go back to Art Kimball.
Thank you very much, Frank, and we're anxiously awaiting this one. Has the makings of a dandy. It will be the tremendous, this out-and-out sheer quickness of Cahokia's Comanches, pitted against Chicago Mount Carmel in their inside power game led by Melvin McCants. But, of course, Mount Carmel is not without little speed themselves. When you put James Farr out there in a backcourt spot, they certainly have some real quickness. Well, we're ready for the introductions of the rosters and the starting lineups. Now to the voice of the Assembly Hall, Tom Trent.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the coaches and players involved in our second semifinal game of the day. First, for the Comanches of Cahokia High School with a record of 28-3. The head coach at Cahokia High School in his 8th year, Ken McBride. Number 10, Craig Baxton. Number 20, Marvin Wallace. Number 22, Wes Borden. Number 24, Rod Lawry. Number 30, Joe Marshall. Number 34, Mike Mitchell. Number 44, Guy Williams. And now let's meet the starting lineup for the Cahokia Comanches. At a forward, a senior, 6'1", number 32, Stan Silas. At forward, a senior, 6'3", number 40, Matt Luster. At center for the Comanches, a senior, 6'5", number 50, Tim Goodwin. At a guard for Cahokia, a senior, 5'10", number 14, John L. Marks. And at guard, a senior, 5'10", number 12, Ed Ludeman.
The assist man, the point guard on the team.
Let's meet the Caravan of Mount Carmel High School with a record of 26-4. The head coach of Mount Carmel High School, Ed McQuillan. Number 13, Tom Civic. Number 14, Kevin Maloney. Number 20, Jim Cleland. Number 25, Edward Murray. Number 32, Mark Dobbins. Number 41, Nick Nicotinas. Number 43, Ed McQuillan. And now let's meet the starting lineup for the Caravan of Mount Carmel. forward, a sophomore, 6'4", number 44, Derek Boyd.
Boyd with 10 points in the quarterfinals.
At forward, a sophomore, 6 feet tall, number 50, Sam Smallwood.
He's strong, plays in and outside.
At center for the Caravan, a senior, 6'8", number 33, Melvin McKinch.
A big 21-point, 16-rebound quarterfinal game.
At a guard for Mount Carmel, a senior, 5'9", number 23, James Farr.
16 points and great outside shooting.
And at guard, a junior, 5'10", number 22, Chris Calloway.
The point guard and a real quarterback.
The officials for the semifinal game are James Choker of Aurora and Richard Reels of Chicago.
They've got 5 jets. They just speed up and down the court. They have great ball handling. They have great speed and quickness, as we alluded to. And, of course, they're facing the great inside-outside game that's presented by Melvin McKinch at 6'8", and Purdue bound, and James Farr, who is one of the most underrated point guards in Illinois.
Goodwin goes into the middle for Cahokia at 6'5", and he can bounce. In the white, it's Mount Carmel, trimmed in brown. In the blue, trimmed in red and white, Cahokia starts the ball to Calloway of Mount Carmel. Right away, Cahokia starts man-to-man.
Right down here.
That's Boyd on the left, looking inside to Smallwood. McCants, the big guy, is 33, comes outside, and now into Smallwood low. He's 230 and 15 years old. Gonna grow. McCants shoots outside. Look at the transition by the Comanches. It doesn't take long. Silas adjusts in the air. 2-3 zone, Mount Carmel. Low block is Tim Goodwin, the center. Luster's down low, too. Janelle Marks.
And they start quickly, even in a half-court game. The transition did not occur, and, of course, the 2-3 zone, a 5-on-5 situation, a quickie basket.
Boyd's a left-hander, lobbing inside to McCants. The big guy puts it off the glass, and at 6'8", 225, McCants gets it down.
Now, this time early on, we saw McCants posted down low. At the first possession, we saw Smallwood down there. Personally, I prefer McCants.
Foul is on Goodwin, 50. And McCants tries for a three-point play to put Mount Carmel in the lead. Mount Carmel, of course, of the Chicago Catholic League. The Comanches, an independent from St. Clair County. This is the North against the South. Free throw is missed, but Smallwood tracks down the rebound. McCants again. Next rebound, Calloway. Slapped away and out of bounds to the Comanches. Cahokia got here eliminating Ottawa 81-66, and they flew. Mount Carmel ran past Hershey 56-43 in the quarterfinals.
Man-to-man this time by Mount Carmel.
On the wing, the shot is down. Matt Luster.
Seems like Cahokia answers every question, don't they?
And they also seem they score each time down the court. They seemed that way last night. They drop into 2-3 zone, and Mount Carmel playing a little more patience than they displayed last evening. Smallwood comes outside. This time he's a forward. Calloway adjusts in the air. Boyd. Derek Boyd ties the game.
One of the sophomores.
Ludeman sends it way up the line. Strong stands Silas, moves in along the baseline, has it slapped away from him. Now the Caravan on up-tempo. Pushing the ball up all the way as far, and they hold him.
Certainly Farr is no slouch in the transition game.
He'll move 94 feet with anybody in the building. Eddie Ludeman picks up the foul. Mount Carmel with the ball. We just started our second quarterfinal to find out who will play Springfield Landfair this evening for the state championship in AA. Farr's outside. There's his shot.
Well, Farr is, of course, establishing himself early on as well.
Last night he came out of the blocks gunning from the corners and whistling them in with regularity, and he starts out today where he left off.
Mr. Inside and outside have asserted themselves.
On the baseline, Silas tries to answer. The game is tied at 6. Ask no quarter, give none.
Well, he's representing that left-handed fraternity down here, which is a considerable number.
Boyd is spread out wide left. They look into McCants. They've got a double team going on inside and a steal by Ludeman. He kicks the ball out to the streaking Janelle Marks, who somehow saved it. And Ludeman dug it out and fouled Smallwood. So the foul is on Ludeman.
I don't know if Ludeman ever hit a more formidable target than Smallwood, 6 feet tall, 230 pounds.
He didn't give, did he? All right, with the basketball, there's Callaway.
Back to man-to-man.
Smallwood looks in. Now the lob goes down to McCants. Step in for 2.
That's an interesting battle between Smallwood and Goodwin. They're matched up in the pivot.
It's 8-6 Mount Carmel. 4:40 to play in the first quarter, and Cahokia would like the speed faster. Luster. Well, 2 passes and bingo. Luster with 4.
They don't waste their time.
If you like to see action,
1-3-1 zone this time. The third defense we've seen from Cahokia early on.
3 defenses in 3.5 minutes. McCants comes outside. Farr's their best outside shooter, and he's got the ball there. Here it comes. McCants grabbed it right out of the air and missed the shot and tipped it in.
Hung in there, stayed with it.
An air ball turned out to be a nice pass to McCants, who got it down. Mount Carmel by 2. McCants with a half a dozen. He averages 21.3 on the season and had 21 in his first game here. Goodwin to Luster for 3 in a row for Luster. Matt Luster, a 6'3" senior, has come out of the blocks with 6, and he had 18 in the quarterfinals.
And Cahokia's back man-to-man.
Cahokia has shot 5 field goals, made 5.
Similar to what they did yesterday. Every possession they capitalize on.
And if you can believe it, Mount Carmel's even with him, although Cahokia is shooting 100%. Far
From far away.
That's 4 for Farr and a near steal. Watch Janelle Marks put it in a high gear. He blows by 2 men on the right, gets it over to Silas. McCants spikes it. Goodwin, fast jump, blocks again by McCants. Defensive wizardry by McCants.
Excellent defense by McCants.
He's on the other end for 2.
And answers on the transition basket.
Melvin McCants has Cahokia jump up and call timeout. Mount Carmel has come out swinging, and they lead. One of your network sponsors is John Deere. Watch this.
Another one.
Bang.
Another block.
Watch him get to the other end of the court, too.
Right.
His transition
He
ability.
really runs the court well. Good instinct.
All right,
now we see the Caravan in a 1-2, 1-1, 3/4 court press. We're seeing a lot of defensive alignments, Frank, early on in this basketball game.
Janelle Marks gets it to Luster. Here he comes. He missed one. And a foul on the rebound on Silas of Cahokia. And Mount Carmel, with a 4-point lead, will get the ball back. 2:47 in the first. Tonight at 6, we'll be on the air with Before the Tip-Off, followed immediately by the consolation and championship games. John Deere and your local John Deere dealer, one of our network co-sponsors, invite you to join us for all the action.
And now Cahokia in full court pressure.
No trouble here as James Farr zips into the front court. He goes baseline. McCants is outside.
Oh. The similarity between him and Eddie Horton is uncanny.
10 points already for McCants. 10 out of the 16. And he's come out swinging, too. Here's the shot by Silas with a good bounce.
9 bounce.
4 for Silas. Mount Carmel in white with the ball and a 4-point lead. And you get the feeling that high scoring is the order of this one.
And back to the 2-3 zone. If you like different defenses, if you want to see a defensive clinic, this is the game for it. We've seen about 5 or 6 already.
McCants posts up and Boyd looks at him. Good coverage down low by Cahokia now. Now Mount Carmel very deliberate. Smallwood posts. McCants, very passive, but such a good player. He doesn't seem to be as excitable as Ed Horton, but they're very, very similar. There's McCants again, baseline, yes.
Great shot. Extraordinary patience on the part of the Caravan that time, looking for their horse, and they got it to him.
That's a 12-point quarter for McCants. Quarter. 18-12, Cahokia. Janelle Marks fires, and Goodwin jumps for it. Rebound out of bounds, Cahokia.
Frank, I was just noting, never have the state polls taken such a beating as they're taking this year. Of the final four, Cahokia was ranked 16th final AP. Mount Carmel 14th final AP. Homewood Flossmoor wasn't ranked, and Lanphier 8th in both wire services.
So much for the polls.
Anything can happen. Shot was missed by Tim Goodwin, 50.
But you know,
But a foul.
One thing about the polls is that somewhere in that pack, the state champ will emerge. He's always in there somewhere.
Well, that's true this year. Since Homewood Flossmoor lost the semifinals, had they won, that might not have been true.
Goodwin, who is a real jumping jack flash around the basket. He's a quick jumper, powerful. He really displayed some talents last evening.
Yeah, and he may turn out to be the key to this ballgame so far as Cahokia is concerned. He's going to have to answer the offensive challenge that McCants has put on him.
1:10 to go in the first quarter. Three-quarter court trap by the Comanches. But the Caravan have no trouble. They've got James Farr firing. And he missed. Rebound down to Luster. The running Comanches are intercepted by Derek Boyd. Mount Carmel back the other way. Boyd. McCants has it slapped away. Nicely done by Silas. And Ludeman comes up. Ludeman averages 7 assists a game. There's one right there. To Silas, who zipped one home. 6 for Stan Silas. Number 3 scorer in the tournament after 2 games. Steal from behind, but McCants picks up the garbage and knocks it down.
Will it be a 3-point play?
If it counts, McCants is up to 14.
He did. Take a look at the replay on this. Pass coming inside. There's the foul, and of course he had the ball up in the air for the shot, and a good call.
Nice body control by McCants. And Silas picks up the foul, his second. Ed McQuillan talks to his team.
14-point quarter for McCants, can make it 15 right here.
Wow.
Well, that's not significant. We're looking at a 60-point game when you project it.
25 seconds in the first. Cahokia is down 5, and they travel. And they're rattled by the early good foot of Mount Carmel.
Mount Carmel is really getting back on defense quickly, forcing the Comanches into a half-court game, which they're not accustomed to.
One of the coaches told us earlier, don't get behind Cahokia early.
Right.
Well, Mount Carmel hasn't. They run their offense. 12 seconds. They want 1 shot to end this quarter. McCants with 8. Farr and McCants exchange. 3, 2. Here comes McCants with 1. Not good. That's the end of the first quarter. And Mount Carmel has the lead over Cahokia. One of your network sponsors, DeKalb Pfizer Genetics. Springfield, WICD Champaign, WCEE Mount Vernon, KHQA Quincy, WQAD Moline, WQRF Rockford, WSIL Harrisburg, WHOI Peoria, Community Television 51 in Oglesby. We hope you're enjoying the semifinal action. Cahokia shot 53% in the first quarter, 7 of 13. Mount Carmel answered with 59%, 10 of 17. Rebounds are even at 7. Second quarter begins. In the white, Mount Carmel starts with the ball. And they lead by 5. Derek Boyd looks inside to Smallwood. His turnaround left-hander is short. And a foul on the rebound on McCants. So Cahokia will get it. Officials very deliberate in their work there. And we're set to go.
Caravan is back to a man-to-man on this particular possession.
That means far. There's a near steal by the Mount Carmel, and he got it. Callaway traveled.
Turns a hurry on that one. Of course, the turnover resulted.
A couple of matchups you might want to watch. Janelle Marks for Cahokia and James Farr, 23, as Ken McBride talked.
Just have word from the coach's interview room, Frank, that Paul Pipus is very definitely doubtful tonight for Lanphier. That sprain is on both sides of the ankle. He's very doubtful.
Tough break for Lanphier. Farr gets the ball to Boyd, flying through. McCants tips at it. Boyd's got it. Steps in and shoots. McCants on the rebound battle with Tim Goodwin a jump.
At this stage, Cahokia looks a little flat as far as the rebound game is concerned. They are not as assertive as they were yesterday in that department.
Goodwin at 6'5", McCants 6'8". The official didn't throw it. Hit somebody's elbow or something.
Well, that's the argument about whether officials can toss it straight or not.
Here's the tap, and Janelle Marks. Here comes some high gear action. Marks has it go off his foot out of bounds, and Cahokia
is discovering that Callaway and Farr can motor up and down the court pretty well, too.
Cahokia had ball handling much better controlled last night than today. Here's a ball out of bounds, no whistle. Two bodies hit the deck, just out of bounds to Mount Carmel. No harm, no foul.
Well, it's a situation there offensively where I think a player has to look first before he does anything. That time, simultaneously, he caught, turned, and tried to dribble.
Just started the second quarter, a minute in. Mount Carmel by 5. Frank Bassoni along with Art Kimball and Coach Ron Nikovich of LaGrange. Hope you're enjoying this action from the Assembly Hall. Derek Boyd.
He's that left-handed southpaw. You know, he reminds me a little bit of Tierney, the manner in which he shoots that medium-range shot.
Silas slides up against McCants, challenges the big guy. Goodwin rebounds and puts it in.
That's going to be a key. What Goodwin can do inside.
Look at the center, 6'5", up on the point of the press. Out of bounds to Mount Carmel.
He was so effective at that yesterday.
This is Mount Carmel's first trip to Champaign. And they've brought a good team with them.
It's a school rich in athletic tradition, particularly in the football department.
They have 2,020 boys at Mount Carmel. James Farr, his coach says, as good a point guard as there is in the state. Callaway, who's a football player, comes outside to Boyd. Look at McCants in there. He got away from Goodwin.
He's positioning very well. Using his body, showing the target hand, gaining inside position on his opponent.
He has 17 points in this game. He's stretched Mount Carmel's lead to 7. Silas tries to answer and does it again.
Silas and Luster have been answering with regularity from those corners.
8 points for Silas. Much bigger scoring game than we've seen in the tournament. Farr is free. He splits the middle. Boyd, who steps in with a finger roll. And McCants stuffed the rebound.
Great instinct. Some players would back off that thinking that the shot's an automatic, but he stayed with it and slammed her.
He'll play in the Big Ten next year at Purdue. 27-20 Mount Carmel. Skip pass over the zone, and Silas tried but couldn't. Good coverage on the defense. Ludeman wheels the ball to Silas for his pop. McCants just dominates the inside. Here comes Farr. Nice defensive work by Cahokia and a foul on Callaway.
Great recovery there on Cahokia's part, denying that transition.
Quickness covers a lot of sins,
Oh, it
doesn't
sure
it?
does. Covers up a lot of things.
Now there's a timeout. Nope, it's just a horn for the player coming into the game for Cahokia. It's 10. Craig Baxton, a 5'11 senior. He'll replace Janelle Marks. Marks had a brilliant game in the quarterfinal round. Came out a little slow in this one. 5 minutes to go in the half. Here's Goodwin to Luster, and he was fouled. Matt Luster, another one of Cahokia's active players. Foul is on Boyd, his second. Luster with a nice touch. You can hear the Microphone on the backboard as they get a little string music there.
No doubt about where that ball went that time.
Luster missed that. Middle track rebound try by Goodwin. McQuillan, 43, the coach's son, picks off the rebound, and Mount Carmel a little more deliberate. They have had tremendous success going to their big guy, McCants, in the first half.
Great position that he's gaining.
He missed that. He's got another rebound try. He's got it again. He steps in, barges through, and scores.
Oh, he's got that great body position inside. He knows what he's doing. He's a highly experienced basketball player.
Add some votes for Mr. Basketball for Melvin McCants. 21 points already. Incredible first half. Mount Carmel by 8. Will Cahokia answer again? Silas hit the side of the board with that one, and McCants had made his shot, have it adjusted in the air. He intimidated it.
He certainly did. There was an intimidating factor there.
Ed McQuillan up, and his team is trying to move to the title game. Now a whistle. There's Ken McBride. He's not very happy about something. Luster goes out for Cahokia.
We'll look at the replay on the shot. Partially blocked in there, and the ball hits the side of the basket standard.
Craig Baxton just comes in and drills one. It's a 6-point game. And look at the D.
Full court pressure.
There's the pressure paying off for Cahokia that time.
And what helped on that was the big man Goodwin playing the point of the pressure, altering that pass, and of course it was thrown away.
Ludeman with the ball. Ludeman, Silas, and Marks played on junior high state champions of Cahokia. Stayed together and trying to do it again at the big level.
Notice how the defense is really packed in, daring Ludeman to shoot that ball to the top of the key.
He does. It's short. The rebound comes in the middle track. The shot is up by Marvin Wallace, and a foul. Marvin Wallace went and got that one, the 6-foot junior. And right now, Luster and Janelle Marks both out of the game for Cahokia, and they had big nights last night.
Frank, just out of curiosity, it's not a factor yet, but the single-game scoring record in the state tournament is 44 in Double-A by Greg Smith of Aurora East back in 1972. And already McCants has 21.
The blonde center could really pump him in, I recall. He had a lot of free throws. Great shooter.
Played at Bradley.
Marvin Wallace.
What was his coach's name, that unknown person?
Was it Ernie something?
Ernie somebody, right.
Melvin Cavisto, who had quite a career at East Aurora.
Coached by Joe Stoll and Bradley, of course. In the middle, it goes to Marvin Wallace. A turnaround is foul first on McCants, as Marvin Wallace has come in and given Cahokia a little boost.
Right.
Third, that's 3 on McCants.
Right, that's a real factor here. See that great spin move, and he might have hooked him a little bit with that elbow as he spun around.
Cahokia is a fine, fine basketball team.
Great balance.
Wallace missed that, but Tim Goodwin hustling after it, got it.
Goodwin's beginning to assert himself, and in my opinion, he still remains the key here, how his scoring can negate what McCants has already done. He needs to become more aggressive now offensively, particularly with McCants' 3 fouls. Right here, he's got to take it to him.
He does once and missed, and McCants has got it. And it's still a 5-point Mount Carmel lead. And McCants stays in with 3 fouls.
Surprising. Man-to-man for Cahokia.
McCants with 10 rebounds and 21 points in the first half.
What a player.
Wonderful numbers, eye-popping numbers. Chris Calloway. Farr gets free. James Farr knows what to do with it.
He sure does.
And it's a 7-point Caravan lead, a half a dozen for Farr.
Certainly the best inside-outside combination of the tournament.
Goodwin turns, has the ball slapped away from him by Farr, but gets it back. Look at the traffic.
Again, Goodwin's got to be more assertive in the pivot area. He's got to realize that McCants is playing with 3.
Mount Carmel with 2.5 to go in the first half. Goes back offensively. But Cahokia stays man-to-man. Smallwood is in the corner. McCants is outside. Here he comes again. He missed one, and everybody stood on the rebound.
Well, everyone stood because everyone failed to box out. the man-to-man defense, and that's what happens in that kind of a situation.
You can't play behind him on the low block. Goodwin got away from it that time.
Well, they came out of that one lucky.
I'm surprised that Luster and Marks have stayed out so long for Cahokia. Silas.
There it goes.
Goodwin, a tough offensive rebound and miss, and the 11th rebound for McCants.
He simply hasn't been as assertive as he was last night, and once he gets back into the flow of things, particularly with McCants' 3 fouls, he's going to be a real key to the outcome of this game.
A minute 35, and Mount Carmel tries to build their lead to 9 with a hoop. Farr bangs it inside. Callaway, a hook shot.
There's an interesting hook shot by a 5'9" player.
He surprised everybody, including Ed McQuillan.
Probably himself, too. I don't think he's too accustomed to that kind of shot. Now, I've seen Art Kimball shoot that ball with great accuracy.
Oh, yes.
Goodwin missed the layup,
That
and
hook
McCants had something to do with it.
That was much bigger, though, than Callaway.
Wallace. Here's Goodwin again. 3 cracks, and out of bounds to Mount Carmel. Cahokia with 3 tries.
Goodwin's frustrated. He needs to settle down. As soon as he gets one to drop, he'll be all right.
Now a whistle and a timeout with 1:05 in the first. Mount Carmel's in the lead, and one of your network sponsors, Country Companies Insurance.
They're talking deals on everything in their lot.
Back at the Assembly Hall, Frank Bissoni along with Coach Ron Nikovich and Art Kimball, and it's been the Melvin McCants story in the first half.
Certainly has. He's exhibited all the skills that we knew he had, and he showcased them before this great crowd this afternoon in a game which, of course, is going to send the winner to tonight's championship game against Lanphier.
Tim Goodwin, the center for Cahokia, has done well on the board. There's McCants over on the bench.
It's a good move by Coach McQuillan at this stage with a 7-point lead and a minute to go. Why risk the 4th?
Goodwin had 9 rebounds against McCants, but only 4 points against those 21 of the Mount Carmel center. James Farr, he'll be the big scorer now with McCants out. 54 seconds in the half. Lob inside, turnaround Boyd, missed. Rebound Ludeman. Cahokia wants to run. They've got Luster back in the game, but not Janelle Marks. Silas was fouled as he moved to the basket. Silas is a very, very strong player at 6'1". They have him listed at 170. It looks like he weighs more.
Looks like he weighs more. He's got a fine physique. As a matter of fact, he looks to me to be a bit taller than 6'1". Certainly he plays taller than that. We know that.
Edward Murray fouled him, number 25. Any of the players rolling the ball in the hands. Steele.
Another lefty.
Yeah, another left hand there, and of course, he needs to take his time a little bit more. I think a key to the free throw that he's shooting right now is the position of his feet. He seems to be too compacted on the free throw line. He needs to get comfortable. Now he's widening out his stance a bit.
His coach watches. He was 7 for 7 free throw shooting in the quarterfinals. And put that one down.
Bingo.
A 6-point Mount Carmel lead with 40 seconds. The press. That's Goodwin, 6'5" in the back.
2 dangerous lob passes. And there's a 3rd one. Against that kind of pressure, you have to be careful.
30 seconds. Murray comes up. Notice his knee brace. He had knee surgery just 6 weeks ago. Farr has the ball tipped away from him by Silas, but Farr retains with 20 seconds. Smallwood, baseline. 15, Farr goes in, and he missed. Who's got it? Ludeman gets the ball tipped away from him and saved by Boyd. Excellent effort by
Very
Boyd.
intelligent basketball by Boyd's part.
5, 3. Here's Murray. He missed at the gun. And that's the end of the first half of play in the second semifinal. Mount Carmel has the lead in anybody's game. We'll come back. One of your network sponsors, John Deere. 4. Nobody else scored. Nobody else in foul trouble. Callaway with a couple. For Cahokia, some balance. Silas with 9, Luster with 7, Goodwin with 4, Marks with 2, and there's a factor that's Marks' scoring is very small. Braxton with 2, Ludeman didn't score. Wallace with 1. No foul trouble. Silas and Ludeman with 2 fouls apiece. Now let's go to the court and Art Kimball.
Thank you, Frank, and with us, Assistant Executive Secretary of the Illinois High School Association, Jim Flynn. Jim, good to see you. Good show as usual.
Well, March Madness is at a high fever pitch right now, Art. This year we've done something new that we've never tried before, and that's given the fans around the state an opportunity to buy tickets for the single session only. And today here at the semifinals, I think the fans have come from around the state to see the 4 teams in action this afternoon. I think our attendance will be increased today.
You know, you talk about, there's been a lot of publicity about declining attendance at state basketball events, but really, if you total the two, A and AA, there's more people watching basketball than ever before.
Well, there are. March Madness is a great thing. If you've experienced before with the team in Champaign, it's something. But if you're a fan and you've never been here, we can talk forever about what it's like to be at the Assembly Hall for the state tournament. But it's a once-in-a-lifetime thing for many people, and it's really something they'll never forget.
Generally, your experience this year, do you assume the single session tickets will become the norm now for the state tournament, at least for the foreseeable future?
Well, if the same thing happens tonight for the championship session, I think it may be the way to go. A lot of school people in the past used to bring their entire team down to the tournament, and they'd be down for the weekend. But the financial crunch around the country has caused problems for our member schools, and what we're seeing today is a lot of teams are coming down for Saturday only. The coach will bring the varsity squad down as a reward for the season, and they'll come and watch the semifinals and championship session, and that's really the climax of the year.
Jim, one quick final question. The polls, and you work with the media all year long, the polls are really taking a beating in this tournament. Here's Cairo right there, Cahokia, I should say, right number 16. Lanphier, as high as they were rated at the end of the season, was 8th.
Well, but that's why we play the games, Art. You don't crown the champion until Saturday night.
Well, that's true, and it's been a season of upsets, an exciting campaign, no doubt about it.
Oh, it sure has. This has been a fantastic Class AA year.
Can you recall a tournament with more good big people? I'm talking about 2 guys primarily in Portland.
We thought that would be low. 10 for 29 from the field. Mount Carmel 15 of 33. That's 46%. Free throwing, Cahokia 56% on 5 of 9. 1 of 2 Mount Carmel. Rebounds, no big advantage. 22-20 Cahokia. Turnovers 6-4 with Mount Carmel having 2 more, and the fouls about even 2, with Melvin McCants the only person to really watch in foul trouble with 3 personals.
The field goal percentage, of course, being down by Cahokia is reminiscent of Simeon in their game, and so many of them were 2-footers, 3-footers, 4-footers, inside kinds of things. It's surprising, and I think that another mismatch we're looking at so far is a good one, McCants thing.
It's halftime. Mount Carmel 31, Cahokia 25. Back with the second half in a moment. One of your network sponsors is Country Companies Insurance.
Since Stan's promotion, the Wilsons have made some big changes, even in the way they manage their money. Their new life insurance, Country Company's new Universal Life. Stan, what makes it different?
Hey, the cash value is growing for us at competitive market rates.
Another smart move, Country Company.
You got country behind you.
With new Universal Life.
You got the Country Companies.
As spring colors signal the time to freshen up your home, take advantage of the Spring Spruce Ups paint promotion at True Value hardware stores. You'll find their best interior latex paint, True Test Easy Care, now in 3 finishes. Choose the flat wall finish for an elegant look, semi-gloss for smooth durability, and their flat enamel for scrubbable versatility. Get Easy Care interior wall finishes starting at only $9.98 a gallon at participating True Value hardware stores and home centers.
25 years ago, they first arrived. Today, Nissans are coming in by the thousands, and your Nissan dealers must make room for them. Now's the time to bargain during our Silver Anniversary Port Clearance. Every car and truck in our lots must sell this week. So now
Be doing defensively this half to negate the 21-point performance of Mr. McCants in the first half, who outscored his teammates during that half, incidentally, 21-10. I don't think that kind of thing can continue for Mount Carmel. If Cahokia is to be successful, Goodwin must do some things offensively as well. The rebound battle between Goodwin and McCants is a standoff at 9 apiece, but being outscored 21-4, I think if he were to look at those figures, it would inspire him considerably.
Joined us late, Cahokia is in the blue, trimmed in red and white. Mount Carmel's in the white with the brown numerals. Tim Goodwin, 6'5", on the right of your screen, going into the middle, against Melvin McCants, 33 at 6'8". The tip again to Cahokia, or to Mount Carmel, and it's those big guys, Horton and McCants, that give you those 4 extra shots with the ball.
Cahokia opens in a man-to-man.
McCants is fouled to start the second half. Matt Luster held him. And obviously Cahokia is going to pay more attention to the towering inferno inside in the second half.
Yeah, Luster dropped off his man to help out Goodwin, who was strictly behind McCants. Not a good place to be.
For Cahokia, balance has been golden all season long, and they've had a couple of players, Goodwin and Marks, not score much in the first half.
Back to the zone on the possession on the out-of-bounds play.
Mount Carmel being very patient, slowing Cahokia down. Farr calls out the play. Looks over to Ed McQuillan. Gets the ball to Derek Boyd for the shot. A lot of blue going for the rebound. Ludeman, a wing pass to the flying Janelle Marks. Nice pass by Ludeman.
Key to the transition game as far as Carmel is concerned, and we'll see right here as far as Carmel is concerned, is the manner in which they're able to hustle back on defense.
The zone trap puts Goodwin down on one, and that puts a lot of responsibility on Matt Luster at 6'3" to watch McCants. Now Goodwin's back down in there. Boyd shoots again. Rattles out. Rebound Goodwin nicely. Silas. And again, Mount Carmel showing great effort at getting back on defense. Silas fires, partially blocked. Rebound to Goodwin. He missed. Next time, Silas. Out of bounds. Cahokia.
There are those inside shots we alluded to earlier, missing the two-footers. They missed two in a row there, and of course one of them was Goodwin's. He's got to get himself back in the game.
They went from 60% last night to 35 today in the first half. Ludeman baseline is really hemmed in by Smallwood. Luster rotates low.
Notice, Frank, the Carmel zone, how it's packing in. It's not respecting at all Ludeman as a shooter.
So Silas comes outside, goes to the foul line, and rises. Silas, the number 3 scorer in the tournament, has 11. 6:10 to play. In the third period, we have a 4-point game in favor of the Caravan, and they have the ball. Double team on McCants low. Ludeman sunk way down in there, and they're challenging Chris Calloway to shoot. They won't guard him outside either. Boyd wants McCants and can't find him. To the rotation. Good movement away from the ball by the Caravan. Tougher to defend. Lob inside. McCants up and in.
A great pass coming in from Calloway, who spotted the fact that Goodwin was again on McCants' back. No place to be when you're trying to guard somebody in the paint.
Calloway, good recognition, then the entry pass for 2. Mount Carmel gets the 6-point lead back. Now Ludeman's going to fire. He follows the rebound. He's got it. In close to Silas. He tried off the window, and McCants swings the rebound down.
Now at this end, we'll see the same kind of shot being given to Calloway. Cahokia not respecting his outside shooting.
Oh, nice effort by Tim Goodwin on the steal. Cahokia's got a little advantage. 5 on 4. Silas missed. Tip. Good. Luster.
Luster, great tip.
And here's what Cahokia likes to do, score and then put the heat on. But James Farr will have none of it. The Super Catholic League point guard handles the pressure.
Man-to-man.
Again, Goodwin's behind McCants on the low block.
He's not getting any help either. He got help from Ludeman, but he can't afford much help.
And the foul is on Goodwin. Goodwin is 6'5", and he's a good jumper, but McCants is 225 pounds and 6'8".
Yeah, we'll see on the replay here, I believe, the pass going into McCants, who simply overpowers Goodwin when Goodwin is on his back. He needs help from the man-to-man defense, some frontal help.
Edward Murray, 25, a 6'2 junior, checks into the game for Smallwood for Mount Carmel. And McCants will shoot. He's a 60% free throw shooter. He averages 12.5 rebounds a game on the season.
You know what? I believe that they're all traffic rebounds, too. Those are legit.
At 21 points and 16 rebounds in the quarterfinals last night. 1 of 2 for 24 points, a 5-point Caravan lead. Now the Comanches need to storm back a little here. Playing against a packed-in 2-3 zone.
And it's a zone that's able to establish itself before the Cahokia offense is able to establish itself off the transition.
And transition basketball is Cahokia's game. Far, a pass that's nearly stolen now is by Goodwin. Good work on the defense for the Comanches.
Notice how they hustle back. The defense has established itself already. Back to the half-court game for Cahokia, which they're not accustomed to.
Look at this. Cahokia, the home of the girls softball state champ. Silas. Stan Silas has 13. And he's nearing his 16.5-point game average. 3-point basketball game. 3:45 to go in the third. This could be a real nail-biter fourth. Callaway's outside. Nobody guards him. Now they're not going to guard Murray either. They're going to really sink on McCants.
Yeah, they're giving him some frontal help now.
And they're going to have to guard far man-to-man. McCants went down in the lane. Very physical in there. McCants got it. He turns and fires and missed. And another whistle. Yeah, another foul on Cahokia.
He's taking it right to Goodwin.
See if you can see some of the physical
replay now. There's the push right there on McCants. And, of course, he was a little bit off balance, which contributed a bit to that.
We hope you're enjoying our semifinal action today. Country Companies Insurance and its nearly 900 agents are happy to be part of this IHSA telecast. Hope you'll join us again tonight when we'll crown the 1985 AA champion. Speaking of champions, 25 for McCants, and Ken McBride looks on, just shakes his head. He's playing at a place where few players get. He missed that, but look at the middle track rebound. Out of bounds, Mount Carmel. Well, he said white and pointed.
Said white, pointed the wrong direction.
Smallwood back in, Murray out for Mount Carmel. The fans notice the error and boo.
Back to the zone on this possession.
Smallwood doesn't shoot much. Callaway almost never does. McCants is stripped inside nicely by Silas.
Help we've been talking about.
Now can Cahokia come within 2? Silas nearly lost it. Janelle Marks. And McCants with yet another one.
Guess who?
Marks, for some reason, is playing far different than he played last night. Boyd is at the foul line. Yes. The 16-year-old sophomore with 6 builds Mount Carmel's lead to that many. And Cahokia not getting transition baskets.
Not at all. And, of course, the packed-in zone of Mount Carmel is not respecting the outside shot of Ludeman.
Silas missed. McCants again.
The inside game has been negated, of course, by McCants in the middle. The zone, of course, is covering the 2 wing shooters. Ludeman is going to have to shoot that ball from the top of the key.
We've said rebound McCants so many times, it sounds like an instant replay. Luster has the ball kicked away from him, but Cahokia keeps it. 10, Craig Baxton is going to come in. Janelle Marks is going out. Now we have a timeout on the court at the 2-minute mark with Mount Carmel still holding on to their lead. One of your network sponsors is John Deere. Every way he can to ignite the Comanches into one of their sprees, but Melvin McCants and Mount Carmel have been ice bucket cool and have held their 6-point lead.
They sure have, and of course they've been able to get that defense back and establish itself, denying transition baskets by Cahokia, and of course so much of their lifeblood, so to speak, depends on a spurt. They have not been able to generate a spurt.
Ludeman's at the point. They put Luster out on one wing, and a steal by James Farr. It's 2-on-1 Mount Carmel. Farr to Callaway for 2.
Well, I'll tell you, that was a great bit of basketball there. The anticipation on the steal, and then the 2-on-1 break coming down court against an equally quick Cahokia defender.
Farr America's
We'll see on the replay now the great anticipation by far. Now we're coming down on the classic 2-on-1 break. He drew the defense to him, dumped it off an easy left-handed layup, which is going to result potentially in three-point play.
Foul was on Baxton, and Callaway could give Mount Carmel a 9-point advantage. Will they be in the title game against Lanphier? We've got 9:44 left in this game to find out. Remember this, Cahokia is explosive. They score 70 points a game on the average for the season. Had 81 last night. Luster, right wing, wants the ball. He's got it. That's why I wanted it.
Well, he wants it there. He feels confident there.
He has 11. The lead is 6. We're at 1:20, third quarter. Double team Cahokia. Tough defense. Here is a ball off of Luster out of bounds to Mount Carmel.
Seems like the press in the backcourt at least is more active now with the with Goodwin out.
Goodwin's out. Marvin Wallace is in front. There's a steal. Cahokia up tempo. Silas ahead to Baxton. Off the window.
There's that quickness beginning to assert itself. They're really alive now.
Within 4 is Cahokia, playing without Marks and Goodwin, who were both brilliant last night. Farr wheels the ball to the middle, stolen by Ludeman and off Mount Carmel.
Very key play there by Ludeman, anticipating that pass. He saw it coming all the way in quick hands.
And the Cahokia crowd jumps up. And speaking of Cahokia, we'd be remiss if we didn't mention that the 1984-85 Illinois High School Teacher of the Year is Bob McGuire of Cahokia. Education is what it's about, and Bob McGuire gets it done. Congratulations, Bob. 43 seconds. Quite an honor. 39-35. Mount Carmel leading. Cahokia will take one shot if they can and try to go in after 3, 2 down. Are you surprised?
A little bit, because I've got to wonder, and I don't know the team this well, but I've got to wonder if they're accustomed to this kind of basketball.
20 seconds.
As we look to the clock running down to the final ticks of the quarter, I got to wonder exactly what they're going to do. Do they have a set play in mind, or are they just going to go for it?
Luster's going to shoot from the right wing. 9, 8, he eyed and didn't. 6. It's Baxton the other side. It didn't go. Rebound inside Wallace, up and down, and no shot. We've played 3 quarters of our second semifinal. Mount Carmel leads by 4. One of your network sponsors, DeKalb Pfizer Genetics. Here, maybe Cahokia will get theirs going in this 4th quarter.
And Goodwin re-enters the ball game now at the start of the 4th quarter.
Let's see if McCants controls the tip again. This time it's Cahokia's ball. 1 out of 4 goes to Cahokia, and Mount Carmel sets up their zone. Look at the front court scoring with Mount Carmel in the lead by 3. A lot of scoring there. And in your back line, Mount Carmel, 8-2. And Matt Luster brings Cahokia within 2. We've got ourselves some 4th quarter. Trap in the front court. Goodwin. McCants is back there alone for a hot second. Now he's in the corner. Still, Mount Carmel moves away from the ball very nicely. Boyd. Big sophomore. Inside to McCants. His shot is no. Rebound McCants. Next one, Murray. And Cahokia shoots for the tie.
What Cahokia must do defensively, however, is to box out after that shot's taken. They are in the man-to-man defense after all.
Ludeman. And the shot you didn't think they would take, they did. And on the rebound, the foul is on Cahokia, but Melvin McCants is there again.
Right. We'll see on the replay of the shot that Ludemans took. The aggressive, assertive rebound on the part of McCants. This could be one of those 4-pointers, you know, in the sense that it could have been 2 for Cahokia, but it's resulting in an offensive foul at the offensive end for them and potential 2 for Mount Carmel.
Melvin McCants appears to let nothing bother him. The crowd roars. Rebound Melvin McCants, the stinger try. That doesn't go. Technical foul. McCants hanging on the rim. And that could turn out to be a big play in the game. The dunk did not go. The tee is called.
How do you explain those things, Frank? Is there an explanation for this? What do you say about this? He follows up his own shot, misses the 3.5-inch dunker, and hangs on the rim, and now brings it back to the other end to shoot a free throw plus ball possession.
Could be a 5-point swing right on one play. Stan Silas will shoot the technical. It'll be one shot. He's 1 out of 2 in the game so far there. It's a 1-point Mount Carmel lead, and Cahokia will shoot for the lead with the ball.
One of those quirky things, I guess you can say. One of the things that makes this game so very interesting, particularly at March Madness time.
In the first half, it was McCants all alone inside. Here's a great defensive effort by Mount Carmel. They denied Cahokia a shot when they had to. Silas goes sliding, trying for a steal. They play in front of and behind McCants on the low post left.
Certainly not respecting Callaway as a shooter.
Inside, a foul on Goodwin, number 50, as he banged into Callaway. Goodwin, a real active center. There's Ed McQuillan calling out number 20.
Here comes on the replay. See the attempted denial of the pass by Goodwin, but too much body. Goodwin could have stayed away from him being 6'5".
4 fouls on Goodwin gets him out of the game, and Marvin Wallace back in 6 foot, and that really hurts Cahokia's size.
It seems to increase their quickness.
Callaway, a 44% foul shooter.
Keep hearing these numbers about 44% free throw shooters and 50% free throw shooters, and they go to the line, they all look like 92%ers.
Well, if he's 44, he should miss this one. And he didn't. Callaway right there when he has to be, and it's amazing how these young men rise to the pressure. There's Sam Smallwood sitting next to McQuillan.
A bit of an extension of the Mount Carmel defense, a change in their defense. It's man-to-man at this stage.
6:20 in the game. Mount Carmel by 3.
Which would be to Cahokia's liking, as we see there on the penetration move.
Silas, with his strength, has 16. It's a 1-point game again. Callaway wheels the ball and stolen by Luster out of bounds to Mount Carmel. Luster nearly got that.
That's right. Here you see the element of luck entering into a basketball game like this, because the pass was ill-advised.
There's Boyd. Now Murray goes out for Mount Carmel. Sam Smallwood, the sophomore, at 6 foot 230, back in. Mount Carmel hanging on to a 1-point lead. There's 6 minutes left. Boyd comes out high. Now watch McCants rotate across the middle. Here he comes. Got the ball to him. Missed it. Got it back. Here he comes again. How many tries do they get? 3.
Well, they're going to get as many tries as they want, so long as Cahokia does not box out their people off the defensive board. They're just simply playing the ball without denying their opponent the opportunity to get second shots.
Cahokia is very small in the lineup. Luster at 6'3", the only player in the game they have better than 6'1".
I remember once Art Kimball telling me that the best offense in basketball is the second shot offense, and he said if you want even a better one than that, it's the third shot offense. I've never forgotten that. Art told me that about 29 years ago.
Yeah, I recall. You were a young coach then.
Melvin McCants has quieted down in the second half after an awesome first half performance of 21. Ken McBride has only lost to Soldan, East St. Louis Lincoln, and Chicago Carver. Mount Carmel tries to become the 4th team to beat Cahokia, and they lead by 3. 27 in the game for McCants.
And back to the man-to-man for Mount Carmel.
On the slide move, it's Baxton who fired it in.
Well, that's just an unbelievable shot. You know, he got somewhat of a screen, but he was still light years away from the basket, but it didn't matter to him.
Falling away, sliding left, and he drilled it with the right hand. Oh, big steal by Baxton. Cahokia now has a chance to take the lead. There's still 5:18, a lot of time in the game. Here comes Baxton. Lifted. Rebounding foul on Cahokia, I believe.
No, it looks like it's on Callaway.
Wow.
Wow.
DeKalb Pfizer Genetics and the 1,100 DeKalb Pfizer dealers are happy to co-sponsor these final telecasts. Don't forget, we'll be back with the girls' championship games next Saturday at 3 o'clock and 8 p.m. Tonight, the boys' consolation and title games. Cahokia could take the lead in the game.
Well, Carmel's back to their 2-3 zone, extending it a bit, though, at the top.
Baxton is not bashful. Luster's tip is no. Goodwin's rebound is no. And again, McCants this time.
Goodwin still can't find that basket, can he?
Has Cahokia led in the game?
I don't think so.
No.
Well, we'll ask our resident expert, Art Kimball.
Don't believe so.
Callaway comes across to Farr. He's free.
What a player.
James Farr is a real handful at 5'9". He has 8. The three-point lead is established. 4.5 left in this sizzler.
And the 2-3 zone, but it's opening up the middle there.
Luster missed. Rebound. Silas steps in, is batted away by McCants, and McCants dominates inside. If McCants didn't foul, that was some kind of block. Callaway comes across again. They set the same play, and this time lob inside to Smallwood, and a 3-second violation. Callaway got too low and forgot that guards aren't supposed to stand in the blue paint that long. Timeout called by Cahokia. 4:04 remains. It's a tight one. One of your network sponsors, Country Companies Insurance.
Of course, my neighbor said to get a John Deere. They're built to last. They've got heavy-duty frames, heavy-duty engines, heavy-duty transmissions. But hey, I saved a bundle on this baby, and after all, that's the bottom line, huh? Not to worry. Once it starts, it runs like...
Nothing runs like a deer.
Cliniment is the smoker's toothpaste. It blasts away at tar and film and keeps them away without harming your enamel. And it freshens your breath with natural mint. But if you drink coffee or tea, you also need Cliniment every day. There's a test card in each Cliniment box. Compare it to your smile. Brush for 10 days, then compare it again. Cliniment will have you smiling brighter, or we'll refund your money. We're that sure it works.
See the steal by Farr.
Brad Johansson has Melvin McCants with 21 rebounds. We see a one-game record of 24 in the record book. John Bellabradic from Collinsville had 24 in a third-place game here in AA. So Melvin McCants is breathing on that. There he is, the big man. 49-42, Mount Carmel. Cahokia with the ball. Goodwin, triple team. Still fires. A wild shot that is rebounding foul on Matt Luster. Third foul on Luster, and Cahokia frustrated now.
Right, the shot was forced, ill-advised. He had the opportunity to kick the ball back outside. We'll see in a replay, I think, that well, it's an ill-advised shot off balance, but before that time, when he was collapsed upon as he was, there were open people on the court, which would allow for a good flow.
Cahokia with their first regional title in 31-year history of their school. Comes against Mount Carmel, and Boyd makes the lead 8 with 2:26.
Now, is somebody going to tell me that he's a 47% free thrower or whatever?
68.
Oh, all right.
And change. 51-42, Mount Carmel. They are cool customers. Silas fires one off the glass. Rebound in the lane, Janelle Marks. Marks has his second bucket of the game. 7-point ball game. Defense will have to save Cahokia if they can be saved. Marks tries it against Farr. Look how disciplined Mount Carmel runs their offense. Low block, Boyd. McCants made the pass. No goal, charging. That's an important call in the game if you're a Cahokia fan.
take a look at the replay. It's the, of course, the ever-present call here. Is it a block or a charge? Did he act his way into that foul, or was it legitimate? It's one of those pick-ems.
Marks blows into the front court. A minute 48. Cahokia got enough time. Blocked by McCants. Rebound Luster and a foul on Mount Carmel. I think it's on Smallwood. Van Smallwood commits the personal.
See on the replay here, the pass inside, the attempted shot and the reach in there. Smallwood did reach in.
It's a two-shot foul for Matt Luster. Luster, an excellent foul shooter at 76. And his team needs the free throws.
He's 76% free thrower. Looked like one of those 40%ers that we referred to before. Got to get it to drop.
He got that one. It's a 6-point game, an important free throw. 3 possessions, 1:44 to play. Edward Murray, the 6'2 junior, in. Smallwood out for the Caravan. Caravan trying for their 17th in a row and their 27th on the year. Here's Ed McQuillan discussing.
He wasn't happy with Luster getting 2 shots down there. Thought it should have been a 1-and-1.
Double teaming the ball. Steal by Cahokia. Shot is blocked. And a tip. And a rebound out of bounds to Cahokia. Well, that was a flurry.
That sure was a flurry down there.
Now, Marks throws it in. You see the clock, the time in the right-hand corner of your screen. Cahokia has an enemy in the clock. Baxton's shot, no. Rebound. On the floor, Cahokia picks it up. Now McCants rips it out of there, falls down, traveling. Bodies are flying.
Bodies are flying, so are the hands. A lot of quick hands.
Ed McQuillan said after he won the Super, "I'm numb." I wonder what he's going to say after this one. Well, you'd be numb if this guy fell on you.
On the replay, all the reaching, all the hand activity.
Cahokia has the ball stolen by Farr, and McCants is ahead. Here he comes. Good.
He did what he had to do. He broke out of the pack. There's no point in holding up on that.
29. And he
another block.
pops that one into the cheap seats. Farr. James Farr finds Callaway for the deuce.
Great transition basket.
And Mount Carmel's on its way to the title game. They lead by 10. Offensive foul, Jonell Marks.
Here again, a call like that. So many factors enter in it, one of which is acting.
And now, 52 seconds separate Mount Carmel from a battle with Lanphier of Springfield. Cahokia, winners of 23 of their last 24. Ran into a poised and ready Caravan team, and they were carried on the 6'8" shoulders of Melvin McCants. The officials discussing something. Mount Carmel plays a little keep away, and a foul in the backcourt. Baxton fouled Ed Murray.
McCants 29 is high for the tournament down here, is it not, gentlemen? 29 right now. I'll research that while you fellows keep talking, all right?
Well, let's see. Horton had 35 in the Super, but for down in the Assembly Hall, I think 29 would be the mark.
Whatever the mark is, it's going to be an interesting matchup tonight. McCants against Ed Horton.
We've researched 29 is high for the Assembly Hall phase of the 85 AA tournament.
Ed Murray.
Well, our computer man came through in the clutch again.
Ed McQuillan's going to take a drink. His team by 11. And the Chicago Catholic League entry will go to the title game It appears. Foul is on James Farr of the Caravan. That's one thing that Mount Carmel doesn't want now, is stopping the clock with fouls. Right. Cahokia. That's Marks. Smallwood returns to the lineup for the Caravan. They zone the out of bounds and don't even look at the ball. The guy that's triggering. Silas. Hit a long one. Way out there. Way out. 9-point game. Silas with 18 and a foul in the back on Baxton. And they don't look tired.
As a matter of fact, that's something for us to talk about right now, I think, is, you know, the ever-present question about the team that plays the second game in the afternoon not having as much rest as the team that played in the preceding game and that kind of thing.
History shows that the team that played the second game has won more times than the team that played first. The free throw is missed, and Silas tries to get Cahokia a basket, and he fired that one. Intended for Marks, out of bounds, tipped by Farr.
And of course, whether or not that extra hour or hour and a half or 2 hours of rest is advantageous going into the championship game tonight.
Silas again. 20 points for Silas. An immediate timeout with 30 seconds as Ken McBride tries to milk the clock. We'll take the timeout. One of your network sponsors, DeKalb, Pfizer Genetics. Leaders by 7 with 30 seconds left in the game. Now we can talk just for a moment about Melvin McCants and Ed Horton in the title game. There's much more to both of these teams than that, but of course that's the centerpiece.
It certainly is going to be the focus of tonight's game. Will they negate one another? Will both score 20, both get 15 rebounds, or will one dominate the other one?
Fouls, maybe a factor?
Always is.
Farr gets free, and he's fouled by Marks. Cahokia doing what they have to do now. Foul to try to get back into the game. And you know, this is a question that's asked me a lot. Is there anything that can be done in basketball about the flurry of fouls at the end and a free throw shooting contest?
You know, that's really something that's been debated to a considerable extent.
Derek Boyd over there getting some attention. But he's hurt. Check it. Excuse me, Coach, go ahead.
Yeah, what can be done about that kind of a thing? I don't think it's too much of a factor in the high school game, though, as much as it is in the collegiate game, where there are many more timeouts, the television timeouts, etc. Here, of course, in a high school game, 4 timeouts per team.
Yes.
8 a game.
Baxton fires, and he missed, and McCants grabbed the rebound, dropped it out of bounds. 21 seconds. Mount Carmel, who's got by Leiden, and then Hersey will get by Cahokia too. Marks fires, and good. 15 seconds. The free man on the other side is Edward Murray to the hoop. Edward Murray gets it in. That'll maybe be the last hoop for Carmel. Cahokia comes up with 6. Paxton fires up a prayer. The ball's loose. That's the end of the game. The final score. Mount Carmel 60, Cahokia 51, and Mount Carmel goes to the title game. One of your network sponsors, Country Companies Insurance. Matt Luster added 14, 6 for Marks and 6 for Wallace. For the winners from Mount Carmel, it was 29 points and 17 big rebounds for Melvin McCants, 14 for Farr, and 8 for Boyd. A quick word, Coach?
Well, it's going to be an interesting game tonight. Of course, it's going to be the Ed Horton show versus the McCants show, and the consolation game is going to be a real game of contrasts.
We're looking forward to seeing you tonight at 6 for Before the Tip-Off. This is Frank Bissoni for Art Kimball and Ron Nikovich. Join us then. Thank you for watching. Again, it's Mount Carmel and Springfield Lanphier tonight for the title.
Having a good time.
You You play like you really enjoy the basketball game, and I think perhaps you might comment on your schedule. It has something to do with your getting here. Great competition.
Well, yes, Frank, we play Lincoln and East St. Louis and Alton, and we play Soldan out of St. Louis. They got second in their state, and we feel like we play one of the best schedules in the state of Illinois.
There's no question. In this particular game, your team, Cahokia, likes an up-tempo game. The Homewood Flossmoor Vikings like a more deliberate style. Which will it be?